Jeff Levick, hi, Spotify. We are here at the beautifully green painted house here in Austin, Texas. In the US market, you've been here for about a year. Figures are changing all the time. Please bring us up to speed. How many users, how many subscribers does Spotify have?
Yes, we just updated our figures this week at South by Southwest. Spotify continues to grow around the world, which makes us very happy. But we now have more than 24 million active users on the platform and more than 6 million paying subscribers. So we've added another million paying subscribers since we last updated our numbers just in December. So we're really happy, that people continue to enjoy the platform, and most important, that people continue to enjoy paying and listening to music.
Yeah, and the US market was a big step. Was it important looking back?
I mean, the US market is important because it's a huge part of the music market. So for us to be able to launch in the US was really exciting because we know consumers have been asking for the service, and it's a very large source of growth for us as a company. But it by no means is it just about the US. We're in 23 markets today, and we continue to expand around the world. Most recently, even in Europe, we just launched in Italy, Portugal, and our first move towards the east in Poland as well.
One of the new things, though, starts over here in the US. One of the things you do is to start putting Spotify in cars.
Yeah.
That's important, right? Putting it in new devices that are connected to the internet now or in the future.
Sure. So we're testing a lot of things. Obviously, getting built into cars and the platform of cars is very important. It's one of the top use cases of where people listen to music, and we're looking at a variety of different ways to have the best platform for that audience. Some of it's doing integrations with partners like Ford, with Volvo. Others is also really figuring out the best way to even leverage the mobile device in the car. So connectivity through aux cables or Bluetooth. So we're looking at all different ways, but clearly, we're very aware of the importance of being a top platform in the car.
What other devices or things we use in daily life will we use as Spotify applications in the future?
Sure. We also announced even last fall a partnership with Samsung, and to have the Spotify app on the Samsung Smart TV. So, we know that there's many different use cases for listening to music, whether it's on your mobile device, whether it's on your desktop or laptop, but also on your television. So, we continue we're sort of platform agnostic. We want people to be able to listen to music whenever, however, wherever they want to, and we're working with all kinds of hardware manufacturers to make sure that Spotify is the music platform that surfaces music across all these devices.
The service itself and the database is just a start, right? You have this huge amount of songs. The idea is how to make it accessible for people.
Sure.
You've been working on new features on the social side. You have let go of the strict combination of Facebook and Spotify. You've created your own following system. Why was that?
Well, it's a little bit. First of all, Facebook's an incredibly important partner of ours, and we continue to, the sharing of music is one of the top things that people do with music, and Facebook's is an incredible sharing platform for us and great partner in that respect. Something else that we've learned is that there's another subset of sharing that occurs, and that's that we're finding that just because you have friends on Facebook, that your taste in music might be different than those friends. So we created a platform as well on top of Spotify that'll let you follow other people that may not be your social friends, but you may have similar tastes in music with, and that's what Follow is all about. So you can follow artists and see what they're listening to, you can follow tastemakers and see what they're listening to, and other friends can follow you and see what you're listening to.
Are artists interested in sharing that part of themselves?
Oh, I think artists are, artists are obviously, a couple things. One, they're always looking for new ways to engage with their fan base. So being able to connect on Spotify with their fans, to not only be able to push information of the things that they're releasing, but also show the fans the type of music that inspires them in their creation process. It's very exciting to them.
It seems to me that you're really searching in that part. It's the service. It's working. You have a large database. People who use it say, "I love it." The social part is like really an experiment, pushing things this way, that way.
Yeah, I think that's the exciting thing about being in the technology industry, is that it's constantly evolving and changing. Just the nature of even having a music platform like this is evolving and changing, and as the global leader in what we do, we're going to constantly be trying new things and taking new risks and making bets, and some of them will work and some won't, but that's part of the fun of being in technology.
Yeah.
Someone's stealing music down the street. They're going to arrest them.
You can say that people say that YouTube, iTunes have changed the way people are using music, but also the way artists are breaking in the market. how do you make sure in the future we will see a Harlem Shake or a Gangnam Style from Spotify? That's a YouTube phenomenon, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the ecosystem works together, right? So all the things you mentioned, you can also listen to those tracks on Spotify as well. I mean, it is one of the things that it's very interesting to us, and to continue to find and work with artists directly to help find unique ways to break their music on Spotify, or even if it breaks on other platforms. You know, what we basically allow is a listening platform as well.
But at this moment, Spotify seems to be following in that way. If you look at what the most popular tracks on Spotify are, it's more or less following the airplay charts on radio.
Sure. I mean, and you'll see other tracks, like for instance, a band that we've been working closely with called Gazette. It's now number 15 on our top list. It doesn't exist on YouTube. It didn't exist anywhere else. Sort of organically happening through Spotify. You know, that said, platforms like YouTube and iTunes have a slight advantage in the sense that they already have more than 500 million people on their platform. So, you know, we're a new service and we're slowly catching up, which is why we're always excited when we release new updated growth numbers.
You're trying to work on convincing artists to put exclusive content on your service, like concerts, or like put more content.
Sure. I mean, we're always working with artists to find new ways to surface their content, whether it's getting more content in real time, whether it's unique and exclusive content. You know, we do that as well. When artists come and visit us, we work with them and record that content, and it's content that you can only hear that was performed live for the Spotify audience. So you'll continue to see us do unique things with content, do unique things with artists. Our goal is to help artists continue to share their music with the world, get paid for it, and provide the best experience for consumers in the process.
Last thing.
Sure.
This interview will be aired at a radio station. We all have jobs there. I think our listeners will be worried. Will we lose our jobs to you?
No, I think that what's really healthy for the ecosystem of music is that all these pieces work together. You know, there's a long time we were saying that YouTube would be the death of television, and in fact, TV has never been a healthier business than it is today. Content production quality is higher, engagement levels are higher, and ad rates and fill rates are higher than they've ever been. So, you know, by us servicing more listening of music, drives more people to listen to other avenues of music, whether it be a radio or otherwise. So we think that we're playing a part of helping the ecosystem be very healthy together, and we're excited by that.